So do you also use Instamojo to sell your courses online? And are you still managing the enrollment process manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to enroll Graphy user on Instamojo sale. So here I'm running a Edutech company and we use Instamojo to sell our courses online. So now what I want is that as soon as someone purchases our course with the help of Instamojo, automatically they should be enrolled in that course in my Graphy account. That too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Instamojo and Graphy. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to learn this process step by step and create this automation for your business? So for that, you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automate your enrollment process for your online courses. So as an Edutech business owner, I know how vital it is to provide instant access to your learners after they purchase a course. So by connecting Instamojo and Graphy using an automation tool, you can ensure that every time a student buys a course through Instamojo, they're automatically enrolled in your Graphy account. This seamless process saves you time, eliminates manual data entry, and ensures a smoother onboarding experience for your students. So stay tuned and I'll guide you step by step to set up this automation. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of stars free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we are going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Instamojo and Graphy. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to enroll Graphy user on Instamojo sale, Instamojo to Graphy. And then we are just going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have triggered and action in this. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow and our automation will work. Alright, so trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. Alright, so that's the reason that we can have only a single trigger who's going to give the commands to the workflow and multiple actions who are going to follow the commands of the same. Alright, so today what I want is I want to enroll Graphy user on Instamojo sale, right? So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as Instamojo. So I'm just going to search for Instamojo right over here, and as you can see Instamojo V1 and V2. So we have to select V2 right over here, and now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which our workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new sale is made, my workflow should be triggered or started. So we are just going to select the same as our trigger event, and as soon as we are going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Instamojo account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. So what we have to do is I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Instamojo account, click on the product for which you wish to set the webhook. Navigate to the advanced settings where you will find the section of entering the webhook URL. copy the above webhook URL, then paste it under the webhook URL provided in Instamojo and save it. Okay, so we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Instamojo account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the smart pages. Now here you can see all the pages. All right, so here I want to create this automation for this course, which is core PHP programming. All right, so as you can see, I have this same course in my Graphy account too, which is core PHP programming. So I want to only create this automation for this course. So for that, I'm just going to go towards these three dots and then edit page. And as soon as we're going to come over here towards the edit page, we have to go towards the left side of the bar towards the page settings. And now once again, we have to go towards the left side of the bar towards the webhook. And as you can see that over here, it is asking me to add a webhook. So as you can see that this is switched off. So I'm just going to switch it on first. And now it is asking me to enter the webhook URL. So we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow right over here, which was our webhook URL. We are just going to paste it right over here. All right, now it is saying information to be sent. So for this, I'm just going to select it as successful payments, because what I want is I want my workflow to be triggered only on successful payments, right? So we are just going to select the same, and then we are just going to click on this save and update, and once again, yes, save and update. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see that we have successfully edited this page. So yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our Instamojo account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is I'm just going to open my page. Over here you can see that this is the page we edited right now. All right, so I'm just going to do the test submission of the same page. So I'm just going to click on enroll now right over here. I'm just going to purchase this course as test user. So let's say that for the first name, I'm just going to keep it as test right over here. For the last name, I'm just going to keep it as user. And then for the email, I'm going to keep it as testuser5566@pabblytudes.com. So I'm just going to enter it right over here. And after entering the full email address, we are going to move on forward towards the mobile number. So for the mobile number, I'm just going to keep it as this. And after entering this mobile number, we are going to move on forward and click on this add delivery information. Over here, I'm just going to add the billing address. All right, so over here I'm just going to add the address. For that, I'm just going to enter the address right over here. Then we are going to move on forward. We are going to enter the city also. Then we are going to enter the pin code right over here. And then we are going to just select the state. All right, so I'm just going to select my state. Now it is saying use GST for this payment, so I'm just going to switch it off. And then we have to click on this button which says proceed to pay. All right, and as soon as we're going to do so, it is asking me for the payment method. So here I'm just going to select it as cards. So here I'm just going to enter my card details, and then we have to click on this continue to pay. All right, so we're just going to wait for a few seconds till it sends the OTP. So as you can see that it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. So I'm just going to enter the OTP right over here. All right, so I'm just going to check the OTP and enter it right over here. So as you can see that we have successfully entered this OTP, and now we just have to click on this verify so that we can complete this payment. All right, so we're just going to wait for a few seconds right over here. And yes, you can see thank you, your payment is successful. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our order and purchased this course as test user. So yes, now what has happened is that Instamojo has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and we are going to wait for a few seconds till Pabbly captures the response. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see all the details which we entered. You can see the payment status, which is successful. All right, over here you can see the payment amount. Over here you can see the purpose. Over here you can see the amount once again. Over here you can see the address which we entered. You can see the buyer's name, the email, and the phone which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as the new sale is made on my Instamojo account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered, and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, so now what I want is, I want to enroll Graphy user on Instamojo sale. But to enroll a Graphy user, we first have to create a user in Graphy, right? Which is, we first have to create a learner in our Graphy account. So what we have to do is, for our action application, we are just going to select it as Graphy only. So I'm just going to search for Graphy right over here, and then we are going to select it. But now for the action event, we first have to create a learner in order to enroll that learner into a particular course. Alright, so first we have to go towards the create learner option, and then we have to click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Graphy account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on the select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key and the merchant ID. So to get this API key, we have to follow the help text, and same goes for merchant ID. So what we have to do is, it is saying go to integrations, third party integrations, and then Pabbly Connect. You will get your API key. Alright, so I'm just going to open my Graphy account, and now from here we have to go towards the left side of the bar towards the integrations tab. And now once again we have to go towards the third party integrations, and we have to scroll right over here. As soon as we're going to scroll, you are going to see Pabbly Connect over here. Alright, so as soon as you are going to scroll and see Pabbly Connect over here, you can see Pabbly Connect API key. So I'm just going to copy this API key right from here, and then we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And now to get this merchant ID, it is saying go to integrations API, and you will get your merchant ID. Alright, so I'm just going to open my Graphy account once again, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the APIs. Alright, and now over here you can see that this is my merchant ID. So I'm just going to copy this merchant ID, and then we're going to paste it right over here. So now after pasting both of these details, we just have to click on this save. And as soon as we're going to click on this save, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Graphy account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking for the email, name, mobile, and password. Alright, so we are just going to enter the details of our customer right over here so that we can enroll them into our course. Alright, so now I'm just going to enter the email of my customer right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Instamojo as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's see that I'm going to enter the email right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to erase this email and look for email in the previous response. And as you can see, the same. So let's say we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. Now as we map the email, we are going to map the name too. So I'm just going to look for name in the previous response, and as you can see, test user, so we're going to map it. We're going to map the mobile number. So for that, I'm just going to look for mobile number, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. Now it is asking me for the password. So as you can see that this is not the required field, and what will happen is that as soon as we're going to create a learner, automatically they are going to get an email in order to set up a password. Alright, so they'll set up their password by their own, so we're just going to leave it as blank and click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that we have successfully created a new learner in our Graphy account with the same details. Okay, so now I'm just going to go towards my Graphy account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the users. And as you can see that we have successfully created a new learner, or you can say user right over here. Name test user, you can see the same email address, which is testuser5566@pabblytunes.com. But now after creating this learner, we have to enroll this learner into our course, right, which is core PHP programming. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to add another action step, and once again for the action application we are just going to select it as Graphy. So I'm just going to search for Graphy and we are going to select it. it. But this time for the action event, we have to select it as enroll learner to a course. And then we are going to click on connect. And yes, once again, it is asking me for the same. So I've recently connected my Graphy account with my Pabbly Connect's workflow. So I'm just going to click on the select existing connection and then save. All right. And now it is asking me for the email. All right. So we're just going to map the email, but this time we're going to map the email from the response of our previous step, which is Graphy create learners. All right. So as you can see the email, so we're going to map this email. We're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the course URL. And to get this course URL, it is saying go to dashboard, product, course, pages, and then the course page URL. All right, we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Graphy account. We have to go towards the dashboard, and then we have to go towards the products. Over here, you can see all the courses I'm offering, but I want to create this automation for this particular course. So I'm just going to go towards this course. All right. And after coming over here towards this course, we have to go towards the pages. All right. And as you can see that over here is our course URL. So I'm just going to copy this right from here, and we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. Okay, so here you can see that I've kept this information as static because I don't want it to change with every new response received. Now after entering all of these details, I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see status success. With this, we have successfully enrolled this user into our course. All right, so I'm just going to open my Graphy account, and now we have enrolled the user in this course, right? So I'm just going to go towards the learners of this course, all right, from the left side of the bar. And over here you can see that we have successfully enrolled this user, which is test user. All right, you can see the name, you can see the email to which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new sale is made in my Instamojo account, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow, capture the response for the same, and create a learner and enroll that learner into my course in my Graphy account too. That too without any manual efforts. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on this save and send test request. This workflow is going to run in backend, and we can just sit back and relax. And yes, automatically on every new Instamojo sale, a learner would be enrolled into your course. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.